Hi. Well, I'm trying to do the video this time in the daylight, so it was very, very dark before. I've got little Gigi with me, who's looking out the window, and we just had a visit from his little neighbour's dog buddy. So they just had 5 minutes playing, but Gigi wasn't all that bothered for some reason. He didn't want to play. So, and I've also got my beautiful boy back with me. My beautiful boy is back with me. He's not in his, I'm going to get him a nicer box, he's just in a cardboard box at the moment. I mean, it's very pretty, I don't know if you can see it, but you can read it or not. But I say good morning to him every morning, and I say good night to him every night. It's not the same, is it? But I mean, I wanted him back here with me. So, yes. Anyway, I've had sort of a knackering week, really. Julie had the carpets cleaned next door, and he made a really good job of them, so she said, did I want my carpets cleaned? Well, as you know, Buster had many, many accidents and stuff. So yeah, and I'm really pleased with them. These downstairs carpets have come up absolutely wonderful. Lovely they've come up, like brand new carpets. I can't tell whether they don't smell or not, because I was a bit nose blind, you know. I think when you've lived with pets all the time, you just don't really notice, do you? Anyway, I've finished, well, I say finished it. I always say I've finished things when I haven't, because I haven't sewn the tails in. Oops, up here. Lady Jane. I haven't sewn the tails in, and I haven't blocked out the frills. But I've actually finished, the Flamenco shawl. I need to make a flower brooch. Get rid of all the little hairs that seem to be on it, which I try my best not to get hairs on things, but don't ask me how. Gigi may be little, but he doesn't half leave his mark. Whoops, the daisies. And what I'm doing at the moment is a scarf. They wanted it in Christmassy colours, so it's not finished yet, it's not wide enough yet. But that's the colours I'm doing it in. Yep. Well, I've been tidying up. My house is quite tidy. But that's because everything that was loose and was crafty minded all wound up in the kitchen. And because my back was hurting so much after we'd had all this cleaning up and doing, it's not back in here. Yeah, so it's looking quite tidy. But I have to do something, because my kitchen looks like an episode of Hoarders. You know, when people have a pathway that goes to the sink and the microwave, and another pathway that goes to the fridge. That's what it looks like at the moment, so I need to get that sorted out. And also sort out the landing, because I'd pulled a pile of woolies out that I know I won't wear again. Not exciting woolies, believe me. The woolies I've had for years, and they've gone all bobbly and horrible and whatever. They're not fit to be unravelled or anything. So I'm going to take the buttons off them, because my niece said there's somewhere where they weigh them in, and you know, you can donate the money to charity, whatever it is that gets weighed in. Like a clothes bank or something, you'll put things in. And then I need to go through my wardrobes again and sort out some stuff I'll send to the Women's Refuge, because I've got too much stuff. Not lovely fashionable stuff I've held on to forever. I got rid of 14 bags last year, yeah. You see me pulling my cardigan. I washed it and I accidentally put it into the dryer, so it's going to have to get washed again and stretched into shape. Don't put your woolies in the dryer, especially the cotton, because they finish up being way too small, especially on the arms. I mean, it was a 3/4 arm anyway, but it's so tight. So, what have I been doing? Well, I only do one project at a time, usually. I know I'm weird. Everybody else does about 6 at once. So I'm doing one, and then next I've got to do, what have I got to do next? Oh, an owl hat for my great-granddaughter. And some, what else have I been asked for? A hat and cowl. I need to do that. And then I'm just going to make some hats and things, you know, for Etsy. which I need to take photographs of the things I've already got and put them out to see, but the weather isn't nice. Then I bought that the other day. It's I'm covering it up because it's a paid for pattern. It's on Ravelry. It's what's she called? Oh, newborn knots, not newborn knits, newborn knots. And I've got a lot of her patterns. I mean, for some reason on this pattern it doesn't say what yarn it's in, or the hook. Anyway, I went on Ravelry and it's for sale on Ravelry, and it has the hook size there and it has the yarn size there. Gigi's going to bark any minute now because I can't buy. He objects to people coming anywhere near the house. And then I've got this one, which is crocheted small hats, which came. Gigi, it's only next door. Stop it. And it's by Vanessa. What's that? Mooney? Moondy? My eyesight's getting worse. Here we are. Vanessa. Moon. I think it's D-I-E. I got it off Amazon anyway. And it's got 15 different hats in. There's a page with all the hats on it, which is easier to show you than going through each one and every one. When I find it. Well, there's one page of them. The only one I won't do is, I know Peppa Pig's all the rage, but I refuse to let a child walk around with a pig on its head. Leaves this child open to all sorts of abuse, doesn't it? So, no way. I'm sure there's another page where it shows them all. I think what it is a succession of patterns that you use a basic pattern and then you add little, you know. I mean, the patterns are real. I haven't crocheted any off them yet, but they're really sort of in depth, you know, where they tell you every row and everything like that. But I don't know where the page is where I saw them all. Don't know. It's definitely a page where they're all on. I can't find it now, so I'm beginning to think I imagined it. But it was a double page with everything on it, and now I can't find it. And that's another one of them, a skunk. And you've got I think it's a tiger on the back, and that sheep. Yeah. There's another page with a few more on there. Ooh. Oh, it tells you how to do the linings, you know, if you live in a very cold place. I mean, Hayley from Hayley's Hats, she always used to do her linings in a fleece. Covers up all the bits inside anyway, and it also, she lives in Scotland where it can be very windy and it can be very cold. So the fleece stops the wind blowing through the crochet. Because it can do if you don't crochet them tight enough, you know, firm enough. The wind can get right through the... I mean, I see many hats for sale in the shops and they're very, very open work. Which is all very well if you're not like walking the dog in a force whatever gale. In which case it blows right through your ears and makes you freezing. Well, my niece came Saturday. We're sort of getting back to normal a bit after her dad, you know, died. My brother. And, I mean, it doesn't take away the pain or the grief when time goes by, but it does sort of make it a bit easier to come to terms with. I mean, obviously we're still all upset, but I know it sounds awful, but life does have to go on. And things have to be done. She's sorting out everything for her mum and everything like that. But they was asking, you know, what I was going to do for my birthday, and I just said, well, not really bothered about my birthday, to be honest. And she said, oh yeah, you know, we're doing something for your birthday. What is it that you want? So I said, well, the only thing I can think of, but it's expensive, would be a tablet or something. She said, well, we can't run to an iPad or we can't run to a laptop. I said, I'm not bothered about that, not bothered about that. Just something that I can sit and, watch Facebook and that. When I'm in my comfy recliner, which Gigi's took over at the moment. So, while I was tidying up, I found one of my favourite necklaces that I thought I'd lost. So hopefully, I will be getting a tablet of some description for my birthday, which is what I want. Talking about birthdays, I'll just have to nip off for 1 minute. I shall be back. I'm just going somewhere. I got a very unexpected parcel, which I knew nothing about. And I opened it because I'm thinking, what is this? Got my name on the front. Must be for me. When I opened it up, it was from the lovely Lisa. Yarny Ladybug. Is she Yarny Ladybug, I think? Yeah. Lisa, anyway. When I opened it, as my niece says, she knows you very well. There was 2 of this gorgeous, impeccable loops and threads, which I've not used before, in the multi. There was 3 in the plain, which is impeccable, again, loops and threads, that is, goes with that. And then also in the package there was one of each of the Peyton's metallic, yeah, Peyton's metallic, which again are all on the tone, aren't they, for everything going together. So I've got to decide what I'm going to do with all of this. And I love it, Lisa, thank you so, so much. It's great. You're all making me feel more in the birthday spirit now, which I wasn't before. I mean, I wasn't looking forward to my birthday, and then with all the, I won't say catastrophes that happened, but with all the things that happened, it kind of made me feel, well, why should I be celebrating it? Why should I be having a birthday and, having a party or something when all this has happened? So I'm still not having a party, I'm still not having a big do. I was supposed to be going out for lunch, obviously, won't happen now because it was with my brother and my sister-in-law. But my niece said, I think she said that her mum still wants to go out for lunch. I knew when my brother had asked me, I knew that really it wasn't going to happen because he was so ill, but I just said, oh yes, that'd be lovely. Because you don't like saying to him, will you still be here? It's not a very nice thing to say. But I knew even if he was, sorry, I've got a froggy throat again as usual. I knew that if he was still there on my birthday, that he wouldn't have been fit enough to go. But it was just nice that he thought about me, and he said, we have to celebrate, it's your 70th, and we do have to celebrate. So, apart from that, I've had to order a new keyboard for my PC, my big PC, because the A is sticking. And if you think about how many words you type with an A in, I am going back over everything, doing spell check, because nothing's got an A in it. So really annoying me, so I've ordered a new keyboard for that. I don't know how I'm going to go on with a tablet when I get one. I hope my niece is going to give me a crash course in tablet usage, because I have no idea, none at all. I don't even know what you can do on it. I'm just hoping that I can actually Facebook or do something while I'm sitting in the chair that doesn't give me backache. I mean, I've started doing a few Google Hangouts with there's a few people. There's Amy, Barry, Jenny, Blake, everybody, Nicole, quite a few people. But I can't sit for long. If I do, I really pay the price the day after. Because my typist chair in the PC is not that comfortable when you sat there for a little while. And also when I crochet in it, I tend to lean forward. And Jenny has a really bad back, so she knows what I'm talking about. And So if you get your back in a wrong position, you know, you pay for it the day after. Yeah. But I'm feeling rested today after having 2 days of not doing much at all. So I'm going to go in there and look at the kitchen. May not do it all, but it's got to be done because I can't even find the... I can find the oven, but everything's... I've got one of those hobs where you put something over it so the hob can be used as worktop. So everything's piled on this worktop, so I can't actually get to the hob at the minute. Oh, it's all good fun, isn't it? All good fun. But apart from that, I'm not doing too bad. I didn't get to see the psychologist about my food addiction because I didn't go last week because of all what was happening with the funeral and everything. I just wasn't in the mood to go and see him. You know, I didn't want to be talking about why I'm eating this and why I'm doing that when it was pretty obvious why I was doing that. Because I was heartbroken over the dog and heartbroken over my brother. So it was easy to see why I was reaching for chocolate biscuits and stuff like that. Having said that, I've only actually put on 3 pounds since I last got weight, so I'm not feeling too bad about that. So even though I've been stuffing my face like a crazy person, it's not put on my weight, so I need to start again. It's hard to start. When you lose the impetus, you lose the track of it all, yeah. Anyway, this is supposed to be a video about me crocheting and not about all me twittering. So, maybe hopefully I'll have more to show you next time, and maybe by next time this will either have gone on Etsy. Because that's another thing I've got to do. The weather is so dismal. How can you take nice photographs? If I take them in the electric light, I've got to apologise to people saying, actually, the colours are not right. It doesn't look like this in real life. So how can you sell somebody a cardigan when it doesn't look anything like it's supposed to look like, you know? So again, it looks like rain and the forecast is cloudy and rain and whatever. So I'm still hoping we're going to go to Bury. Haven't heard from Sue yet. So I'm still hoping we're going to go to Bury. So I must make sure that the camera's fully charged because I'm definitely going to take you to Bury Market with us if we go. So it'll be a slightly different video. You won't be seeing us, you'll be seeing Bury Market in all its glory. Well, the bits of Bury Market we're going to. It's a huge, huge market. So I won't be walking around it. But I'll show you, hopefully, if he doesn't mind the wool man, hopefully I'll be showing you the yarn store. And the one shop that we have that sells yarn in the precincty place, yeah. You call it a shopping mall, don't you? Shopping mall always sounds too grand for the kind of little malls that we have in Bury. It's tiny, you probably fit it in the corner of one of your malls. But we do things on a smaller scale in the UK. Anyway, as I usually say, I am waffling. I know you always say I don't mind me waffling, but I'm waffling. So I'm going to take my back and the dog's going to go crazy, so I'm going to go now because the postman's just here. Yes.